Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, ding! And you guys, I'm excited. This is a long-awaited video for you guys. A ton of you have actually been asking me about it lately, and I figured time has come for me to oblige, and we are going to discuss the Blood Sugar palette. A lot of you guys have hit me up in the comments down below, which I love. You've hit me up on Instagram like, girl, did you give us your thoughts? Have you said anything about this palette? Did I miss it? All right. So you didn't miss it technically because I didn't make a video on it. Here and there I've used this palette a ton, and because it sold out so quickly, I mean it sold out in like a minute and a half, literally the day it launched, and I did catch it on its first launch date. The reason I didn't do an immediate video on it, you guys, quite frankly, and I'm gonna say this honest, there were so many people that were so upset and like pissed off about it. I didn't want to show mine off. I didn't think that it was right to be like, look what I got, you know. I didn't want to be that person, and I know that a lot of you guys wouldn't have taken it that way, but I didn't want to shove content down your throat when like I knew that a lot of my subscribers probably hadn't had the chance to get it. So I decided to do this one differently, and I've just been playing with it a ton, kind of going through like what I love, what I don't love, and honestly I've been using it now pretty steadily for like a month and a half, like since I got it from the original release, and I really feel like I have so much we can talk about. So as you guys know, in these type of videos I do not do swatches, just because you know, at this point they've been out forever and that's just not my jam. Anytime I do like an overall review like I'm doing right now, there's no swatches, but again, you could Google them, you could look at probably anybody and they've got some deets. So what we're going to talk about first is this overall like packaging situation. It came in this sleeve right here that says Blood Sugar. It reminds me of like an old cassette tape. I know, I'm 28, dated myself to be older than shit, but if you are old enough to know what a cassette tape, or not a cassette, oh my god, a VHS. I'm thinking, I'm dating myself double. I can't even remember what I'm trying to say. What is that from Harry Potter when that kid's like, it's a remember-all, but I can't remember what I've forgotten? You know, I just had one of those moments. I'm old and I'm a geek. Good job, Paige. Definitely keep watching. But anyways, it reminded me of a VHS tape, like the sleeve on that, how you'd have to like pull the tape out and, you know, anyways, I know. All of that was a lot, like a big ring around the rosy pocket full of psychotic, just so for me to tell you what I was thinking. But you open it up and he wanted it to be very reminiscent of like doctor and like, you know, how a doctor would open up his case and stuff. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I think we're good. Okay, anyways, if you open it up, you will see that it's got these two really nice little latches here. It is like a faux leather. Again, he is a vegan, cruelty-free brand, so his stuff does not contain any animal byproducts, so this is obviously not real leather, but it has a very nice, like elegant, sophisticated leather feel to it, which is great. You open it up, it opens up all the way straight, and you do have a beautiful mirror here, as well as these shades. And I'm gonna hold this here for a second so you guys can really take a look at these colors. At first, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm not trying to throw any shade, I was a little bit underwhelmed with these colors, and the only reason was I was like, they're all the same. Like, why are they all the same? Fatal damn mistake. If you think that and you're like, Paige, these are all the same, just shut your mouth, because they're not. I'm telling you, I thought the same thing. I thought very similarly until I started putting them on my eyes, and then I was like, oh hell no, the girl has come. Like, I was pleasantly surprised. His shades, and I have his Beauty Killer palette as well as his, whatever the other one is, his other two palettes. I have both of them. They are both so amazing. The quality is ridiculous. Like, blendability, perfection. The way that they go onto the lid, the shimmers, they smooth right over top. I mean, they're just, I recommend all of his shadows, including this palette. They are very high-end, very great quality. Now, because of my overall, like, skin complexion, I can tell you that there are about 2 shades in this palette, maybe 3, that just do not look good on me personally. The shade Prick, which is this bright red, it just doesn't pull good on me. It makes me look like I have pink eye, and you know, it's not really something that I go for. The other thing, the O positive right here, this gray toned, I've said this before on my channel, I've used it, it does blend out, it looks beautiful with the purple shades, but to wear it alone makes me look kind of like I'm dead, like I've been dead like, you know, you know, 6 to 9 solid months. It's just not a good look. So I try to stay away from that. The other one that I can use, but I have to use a little bit more sparingly, is the shade Blood Sugar. I can use it, but again, anything that's heavily saturated with red tones pulls, because I'm so fair, it really pulls pink eye on me. And again, I don't really like that, like, oh, you're infected look. It's just not something that I fuck with so much. So I try to stay away from those. But as far as the rest of them, I'm totally ready to put these on my eyeballs. So let's zoom you guys in. Let's just like have fun. Let's play. Let's make a look. Let's do a thing. Let's jive some things. I don't know what I just said. And let's just have some fun. Yeah, okay, I'm done. And I'd also like to apologize if you can hear my dog whining in the background, because she is crying in the living room because she is convinced that she will die out there because she's alone, because I didn't bring her back here, set her on the king size bed so she could bask in all of her glory, and now she's convinced that she will die. So if you hear her, I apologize, but I promise you she's not being axe murdered. Oh no, she's just spoiled. So as I've said, or maybe I didn't say, I don't really know. By the way, look at those brows. Like, do those not look like brows? I was like, damn girl, they're like ding ding. Oh yes, queen. They're even relatively even. Like, yes, yes, yes. I'm very excited about this. So I have no idea what I want to go for on my eyes today. I have done a couple of these on Instagram. You've probably seen me play with this palette, and either you didn't know it or you didn't see it. I don't know, but I've played with it quite a bit, posted quite a few selfies. P.S. Tried to get Jeffree Star to notice me on the Twitter. Do you think he noticed me? No. I was like, and it was a cute ass eye look. I was like, that's right. Why can't you love me, Jeffree Star? What did I ever do to you? I don't know. So I'm not bitter. Let's go ahead. We're going to go in with the shade Tongue Pop. It is a very nice light peach color, and I'm just taking this on a fluffy Milani brush. Any fluffy lid or crease brush will do. But you guys, this is the first thing we're going to talk about. Like, look at that overall pigmentation. That is such a light color, and it goes on stunning right from the start. Like, I love his lighter shades for that reason. I know most people, they love darker shades because, you know, they build and darker shades are what intensify. I love a good crease color, and I don't want my crease color to ever be just a crease color. I always want it to be lighter, fluffier, airier, buildable, and I feel like his lighter colors are magical, because how many times have you looked at a color in pan and been like, oh, that's such a great crease color, and like literally 6 years of blending and adding color later, it's barely a wash of color. I cannot stand that. It drives me nuts. So I don't go that route. I will say that his palette, in my opinion, it's $52, I believe, for this palette. And it's a really good deal, in my opinion. I'm just going to say that right now. So I've been doing a lot of very bright, bold looks as of late. And for this eye look, I kind of want to tone it down just a tiny bit, because that's all you guys have been getting. Or do I? Ooh, maybe you guys, this is why I suck. Okay, so I don't know what I want to do yet. I lied. I am going to go in with the BH Cosmetics number 6 brush. I just tested these out. It's from the Festival Kit, and it's really good. I like this brush actually quite a bit, especially for really rich, bright colors, because I feel like I can put it where I want it and then work it out, and it's just like, boof, I want work it out, work it out. Now here's the good question. What color do I want to go in with? There's a hot pink, which is Cavity, or there's Root Canal, which is like a bright purple, which is also gorgeous. I think I want Root Canal, damn it. I haven't gotten to play, I mean, I've played with it like twice, but like that's not enough for a bright ass beautiful purple. That is not enough. So let's go ahead and just kind of place this on the outer V and then pull it over. Oh my God in heaven, my phone just went off and I had an actual seizure. Oh my God, that was so scary. I better check it. You guys, the weather, it was the weather app going off on my phone, and the weather is ridiculous right now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, go head for shelter. Like, because you need to. Like, the weather is ridiculous here. What does it say? It's probably just like, oh no, you're still in a winter weather warning. Yep, you are. Winter weather warning until Monday. Great. It is currently Saturday. We've been in this since Thursday night or Friday morning, one of the two. Oh my God, my dog is so damn loud. What the hell, dog? I'm not condoning this behavior. I will not come get you, Pooper. No matter how upset you get, no matter how much you cry for Sissy, I will not come get you, because I'm not condoning this. You can sit out there and cry. I know you can hear me. All right, so I feel like we've got a really good build and fade going on. I want to go in, this is just a Wet n Wild brush, and I want to pack on a mixture of the shade Extraction and Coma. So I'm going to lift this up and kind of show you guys where we are at right now. We started off by folding Tongue Pop, which is this beautiful like light peachy pink shade in, and then we went in with this purple over top of it, which really transitioned it. Now I want to go in with a mixture of Extraction, which is this guy, and what is that? Does that say cocaine? Oh, it says coma. Like sugar coma. I'm like, does that say cocaine? He literally has nothing to do with drugs. Why would he name a shade cocaine? I don't know, Paige. Get over your life. But mixture of these two shades, and again, concentrating this one more toward the outer V. I just really want to like sultry it up and deepen it up and make it look all kind of sexy. So Wet n Wild brush, and let's just kind of go in. But yeah, you guys, I'm so excited to be doing this review for you. Like, my gosh. Is that weird that I think that that's so beautiful? It's just because the colors are so like rich and pigment. Like I can't. They're so beautiful. And honestly, you guys, I have basically screwed up eye looks before going this deep with color. And I'm telling you, even when I screw them up, they still look good when I use his palette. Because the pigment and the color, like no matter what, you can't deny the quality of what I use. Like somehow using good quality, even if you screw it up, it still somehow pulls ahead and looks pretty good. All right, time for some coma on that outer. Wow, this is looking intense, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna do something. Yeah, I haven't decided what yet, but we're gonna do something that helps. Ooh, maybe I'll do like a half cut. Oh, yes, queen. And I know that honestly on my lids right now, you could be like, Paige, you could have went in with, you know, 10 of the same purple and gotten the same effect. But I promise you, I have tried. Oh my God, my parents just got home. Second heart attack of my life today. But I promise you, I've tried to dupe these colors. I've tried to build up with other purples to get like similar effects. And I have yet to find a similar situation that yields beautiful, thick, sultry results like this does. Like, I know, and one side always looks darker because of these damn lights, but that's fine. Okay, so now this is the part of the video, come back light, I'm not that white and nymph-like, but this is the part of the video where I am going to cut my crease, and then I think what we're going to do is I want to lay down that glucose shade. I really just want to pack it on to the lid and kind of fade it out into that dark purple. So just solid white. I don't often do these looks where they're like all matte shades, so I'm kind of curious to see if I can do it and have it look good. I've literally never done an all matte eye this intense before, so like I don't think I've ever done any of the things I just said. Like a cut crease with possibly a negative space with glucose. Like I've never done anything like this. Why am I stupid? I do all the cool shit that I've never done before on camera, and then I'm like, oh, I hope it works out. Like, Paige, why are you nuts? I think I will go in just with my Kylie Jenner concealer because it has a really nice light base to it. It's the lightest one I have, which will be good. It'll complement the glucose. Anytime you're working with a light shade that you're kind of wanting to pack over concealer, it's important that you go with like the lightest. If you're wanting it to pop off as far as like color or lightness or brightness, you want to go in with a nice light base. So for me, this is probably the best option. This is in the shade Pearl, which again, I think is the lightest shade that they make at Kylie Cosmetics. So I'm going to use this, cut the crease, and then I think we are going to start packing on the glucose. I'm going to zoom you guys in for this part just to make sure that you guys can really see what I'm doing. What's up, dog? Hi. Oh my God in heaven, is that a fresh pup? Oh, get rid of that nasty one. Oh my God.
If you knew Paigey Poo, then you'd know why Mama loves you so. Oh, Paigey, my Paigey Poo.
What's in that bag, Mommy? Fries! Oh my God, fat kids love fries. Oh my God, I love you. Have I told you lately how much I love you? Okay guys, so obviously you can kind of already see where I'm going with this. I think I actually am this is a rough one, because I thought about doing a negative space on here where I leave like a little bit of that white line open, but honestly I would rather, I think, pack the whole thing with glucose. So let's go ahead, same brush, I just wiped all the concealer off, and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna start packing it on. Now if you, actually this is a horrible brush for that. What am I thinking? I do have to go in, you know what, let's try this brush to kind of start the packing process. It's the number 4. It's big and it's fat. Me, but I think it'll help. I have really hard lids to work with when it comes to stuff like this. Like my lids don't accept it very well. They have a hard time with that texture, which is why a lot of times when I pack a shimmer on, I have to do it with my fingers. But I just want to go ahead and I'm building it up in small little increments. And essentially all we're doing right now is just setting that concealer. Alright guys, so that is all packed down with the shade Glucose. Isn't that such a stunning color? Oh my god, I love that white color so much. So I'm going to go in with that flat little paddle brush that we use, the little cheap guy, that we use to do the cut. And I want to go in with the hot pink shade, the shade Cavity. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to start creating another line below that Glucose line. I'm not going to carry it all the way in. I'm only going to start like halfway. Guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm making this up as I go along, so bear with me. But let's kind of do that. Negative space is kind of still happening and I'm living for it. We can go in there and we'll kind of be able to add a little something to that line right there if we want to, but we're going to get to that later. I'm going to kind of wipe that brush off with my hand, and now I want to go in, excuse me, with the shade Extraction, which is that really the second to darkest kind of purple in the palette, and we're going to just kind of create an ombre effect. That is so cool. Okay, now with the other end of this little thing right here, there's nothing on it. I'm going to take some of that Glucose and I want to see if I can work up in here just a little bit. I just want to widen that opening a little bit. What a like kind of fun but different take. Oh my god. I am so impressed with myself, you guys. I love the way that that turned out. Honestly, short of maybe making, I might want to make that Glucose in that cut crease right there just a little bit more intense. I need like a really small brush. I'm going to try this number 9 BH Cosmetics brush. It's an angle brush, but I think it'll do the trick. I'm just going to dip into that and kind of re-brighten it. I'm just going to pull that leftover white through the crease right there. And kind of let it naturally fade over here. That way it looks like it's kind of going, like one's going this way and one's going back that way. But then there's nothing else you have to do to it. Oh my god, that looks so pretty. Okay, so now I'm kind of loving this right now. I'm going to jump off of camera and do, I think, yeah, I'm just going to do the other eye. Finish up the face. Let's do the lower lash line. I don't want to do anything like super crazy, but I do want like a little pop of purple, I think, on the lower lash line. I'm actually going to go in with, here it is, the Royal & Lang Nickel. This is the Balm 18 detail brush. It's kind of like a smudger brush, basically. And I want to go in with that shade Root Canal, which is that bright purple shade that we worked into the crease. And I want to pop that by itself onto the lower lash line. I'm just using this brush and kind of like fluffing down a little bit. I don't want to like pull obviously on my under eye, but then I'm going to run the shade, what is that? Intravenous. It's the dark brown shade. I'm going to run that on the outer V, like on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to fluff it as well onto the outer V of the upper lash line. So just like a tiny little bit. I'm just carrying this really nice dark shade through, only down here though. I'm not carrying it up at all. I'm leaving it right down here because I just really want to help pull the dimension up. Because again, these darker shades, these are what are going to lift my eye. Those are what give it that to it. Versus like, see how this side it's still kind of lost because there's no definition. Whereas that side you can see that there's a very clear, you know, like uplift to it. It's like someone grabbed it and kind of pulled right there and they're creating that lift. And then we're going to take... Wrong brush page. That's a good way to ruin your eye look. We're going to take this brush, which I have wiped off. It's the number 6 BH brush. And I just want to kind of fluff it right in that area, diffuse that product that accidentally made itself a little bit too high up, but that's fine. Let's go in with the Royal & Langnickel Balm 40 shader brush. It's fat, but it's a nice little shader. I love this. So we're going to take, again, the shade Tongue Pop, run it right underneath, just to diffuse that purple. And then underneath of that, I want to go in with a little bit of the shade Glucose. And that'll really kind of give me the final touches of blowing out the lower lash line and brightening that lower lash line. Just a little something like that. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run off of camera now, finish up the face, and then I only have a couple thoughts, I think, left on this palette, and that's it. So hold on just a second, guys, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got everything finally all finished up. So these are the finished eye looks, just so you can kind of have a good little look-see. I have to be honest, you guys, first of all, this eye will not stop leaking, so I apologize if it looks a little wonky, but I'm obsessed with how these turned out. They are verging on too pink for my eyes. This is one of those kind of color schemes that I was telling you about where it can almost start to pull too pink eye, too like, oh God. But overall, as just an eye design, I'm obsessed. I think that that looks so beautiful. I did not think that I could pull that off, like to do it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. As far as what is on my lips, I have a ColourPop lip liner. Where did I put that? Okay, it is in the shade, what color is this thing? Oh, Chi. Oh my God, you guys, I wear this one all the time. And then I just put some clear Buxom gloss over it, which is right here in the shade Blushing Margarita. It's just a clear gloss. I wanted something a little bit more subdued, chill. Obviously, the eyes are pretty intense. And another thing I wanted to say too, as far as this palette goes, and doing this eye look specifically kind of made me think about it. The only thing, in my opinion, that this palette is missing is a black. I think that it has this beautiful dark brown, which I did incorporate today, but I wish that it had a black in it. Because I think that his black would be beautiful and rich and like stunningly pigmented, but I just said that really weird. But I think that it would be really nice if he had all of like those represented here, like a white, a black, a dark brown, and then, you know, something else over here, like a really popular neutral that every like skin tone, every undertone could really appreciate from. All right, that took 10 seconds. But in my opinion, that's really the only thing missing from this palette as a whole. As far as how these work, they work stunningly. The only thing I will say, you probably noticed it when I was, you know, putting on my eyeshadow and all that, there is some fallout, some substantial fallout. There's kick in pan, and in my opinion, these do have a little bit more kick. They're a little looser than his previous palettes. However, they're just as beautiful, stunning, blendable. Like, I didn't have any issues with, you know, them blending, getting muddy, nothing like that. So either do your eyes first or make sure, like I did, to put down lots of bake underneath so you don't have any issues there with it ruining your face. Oh, and I didn't pull up, like, okay, say what you want. I didn't pull up the exact names or anything like that. But if you are curious, these are some of the shades that were also released in the lipstick launch for this. Okay, could you not for 10 seconds? Thanks. I didn't put any of them on because, quite frankly, they just did not jive with this eye look. This was not the most usable collection for me personally as far as lipsticks go, but I did, you know, just want to swatch them for you so you guys can kind of get a feel for what you'd be getting. The two on the sides are two of the lip ammos. I lost the third lip ammo, don't know where it went. And then the four in the center here are the matte liquid lipsticks that he released with this collection. Excuse me, same formula. And one of the things I love about his liquid lipsticks, if you are not familiar, you can use them on your eyes to create wings, to do drama, to, you know, put a base down, to put sparkles on top. There are lots of ways, but they are eye safe, at least last time I checked, which was only like 6 months, a year ago. But to my understanding, they are eye safe. I know that Nick, or is it, yeah, Lipstick Nick, when she does his makeup and whatnot, I know that she's very into using his lipsticks on his eyes as just fun pops of color and creating dramatic lines and stuff like that. So that is always a great use. That's the only reason I continue to pick them up, is because once I'm like talented, like more talented, I plan on using them on my eyes to kind of continue to play around and kind of build that part of my repertoire. There was also, and these I have not opened yet. I didn't open them until today. Like, look, they are still sealed. I've been holding on to them because these are some of my favorite things in the whole world. You guys, these are his lip scrubs. Now, God, this is so loud. I love his packaging so much. Anyways, the shades, or the scents or the taste, there is chocolate covered strawberry, candy necklace, and cherry soda. And I have to be honest, you guys, I think that his lip scrubs are some of the most creative flavors. Like, they're not just like, oh, it's raspberry, it's blueberry. No, it's blue raspberry sucker, which, by the way, has went down in history as my favorite scrub he has ever made. It's literally the best. My mom, I think it was his Christmas collection, he came out with lemon cookie or lemon shortbread cookie or something like that. I gave it to my mom because my mom loves that kind of stuff, like lemon cookies. She loves them. And literally, it tastes just like one. They are so good. Oh my god, this literally is the cherry soda. You can taste the cherry. Like, or I mean the soda. Like, you can taste the fizz. Oh my god. That's so good. Chocolate covered strawberry. This is the one that I was kind of like, about, because how are you supposed to make it taste like a chocolate covered strawberry? Like, don't mess with me on this. You know what I mean? Let's try it. Look at me. I'm like, but let's try it. Okay. Oh, it smells like one. I can totally see that 110%. And it reminds me, like, more than anything, this reminds me of a chocolate flavored Tootsie Pop. You know how they had the Tootsie Roll in the center and it was chocolate on the outside? It's the chocolate Tootsie Pop. Hardcore. Okay. The aloe is starting to like, because there's aloe vera in these, which is totally safe to consume. You can totally eat these like I'm doing. But the aloe, I can feel it on the roof of my mouth. It feels funny. Okay, the last one is Candy Necklace. And this one is really oh my god. Oh, bitch, it smells so good. Oh, it's like I taste my childhood. Okay, so these are all good. I like that I just like dug my finger into all of them for no reason. But literally, you guys, my favorite, hands down, will always be Blue Raspberry Sucker. And these last so long. If you're like, that's really expensive for a lip scrub. I don't remember. Where's my phone? Because I don't remember how much these are. They are $12 a piece, which actually is not that bad of a price. And I have to be honest, you guys, they last so long. Like, I've been using the same one. I mean, hell, I had one that I had used for like 2 months before I was like, okay, I need to move on. Like, I've used this for too long. They last a long time. And I use them almost every single day. Like, they last a long time. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I know that it has been long. It has been gruesome. I really hope that I kind of gave you as much information as I had about this palette. I know that it's been long awaited. I know that it's been just like a lot to kind of come at you all at once. And again, I apologize for the length of this video. I know that it has been long, but I really wanted to give you guys all the info that I had and talk to you about the other stuff that was released at the same time, because why not? So please do not forget, if you liked this video, to comment, like, and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And you guys, I really hope that you're loving these kind of fun looks that I've been throwing your way. I feel like this one is a good like in between. It's like half fun, half like a little more demure. I don't know. You guys can sound off and let me know down in the comments below. And you guys have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I will see you in the next one. Boo-hoo. Doo-dee-dee-dee-dee. Blood sugar, I love you, blood sugar.